Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so again, I have all those products to review, and up next I'm going to be doing the interior of my personal car here. I'm going to be putting the diamond interior from Diamond Pro Tech onto the dash here, the door panels, pretty much every single part of the interior on this car, these hard plastics. Right now I've only cleaned this and the door panel, just to kind of show the application portion of it. Should be pretty straightforward. So we'll take a look at it. The only reason I'm using this on my personal car is because it says it restores vinyl, plastic, and trim. This car is 1999, so it's up there in age. And one of the things about this car is that the dash here has lost some of its color over time. I did coat it with C-quartz leather a long time ago, and it did a pretty decent job at restoring the look of it. But still over time it just didn't have that look, so I would use products like Geon Preserve to kind of bring back the appearance of it. But Geon Preserve was a little too oily. I wouldn't say too oily, but it tended to attract more dust than anything. And so then I put the Dr. Beasley's product on here, and that actually looked pretty good on here. It actually darkened the interior enough to where it didn't have that uneven appearance, because this is like different materials here. This is like a real hard vinyl here, and like it's cracked here because it's of age. Then my dad keeps touching it and the crack keeps getting bigger. I was like, leave it. So these surfaces are different. This is like a vinyl material here. This is hard plastic, and then the door panels are vinyl here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just use this. Let's take a look at it here. It says Diamond Interior is formulated for interior surfaces such as vinyl, plastic, and trim. Diamond Interior will restore and enrich vehicle interior surfaces while providing up to 12 months of UV water and stain resistance. So that's actually pretty cool. So you know, you put it on this part of your dash here, it's going to last a long time. They're saying they're claiming up to 12 months of protection on here. Ideally, if you know, it's probably going to last a lot longer than that because it's inside. Let's see. Instructions: wipe all surfaces with diamond body prep and dry with microfiber towel. Shake well for 15 seconds and then apply diamond interior with a foam applicator. Apply on 1 to 2 elements of a car interior in a crosshatch fashion. Follow up immediately to polish off excess with a microfiber towel. Repeat until the whole interior has been covered. Wait 30 minutes and enjoy the new car feel. So okay, so there's no set time, so you apply it, wipe it off right away. I'm just looking through this here. Crosshatch, okay. And then here's the thing: if you get it in your eye or some sort of, you know, in your skin, so just have your gloves on when you're working with harsh chemicals. Let's see. So when they state polish off, that means to wipe off the surface. That's their lingo that they're using, because again, this is a Swiss-made product here. Okay, so in the kit, when you open it, you get the little spray nozzle, which I'm going to go ahead and put on. And we'll have to figure out, I think that's just a lock on there. You get the bottle. So I did clean the interior with Meguiar's leather cleaner. I forget what number that is, 180 or 181, one of the two. I cleaned all the surfaces with that, and I used the CarPro inner scrub glove to kind of just agitate that. I cleaned the carpet pieces with carpet, what is this? Carpet Bomber, and then I used finisher on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some sort of fabric protectant on there. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Careful when you open these, because sometimes they come pressurized, like the C-quartz one. Childproof locks. Okay. So I'm go ahead and put this cap in here. And grab the straw, and the straw goes like so. Put this in there. Just turn it, take that little piece off, and so you take this little lock piece off here. That's just to lock it in place. Take that piece out, put that in the box, shake it for 15 seconds. that should be about 15 seconds. I'm using an auto fiber recycled inner foam core. So you can see how it comes out. It's like it's basically a cream. Now I'm going to work this into the foam because I think it's just going to spread out a little better if I do it this way. I'm actually going to prep the edges as well. This is the first time I'm using this applicator. I want it to be primed with product. Okay, so I'll try to do a 50-50 here. I'm not going to put a tape line on here. I will just draw the line here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work this in. You can actually see the darkening effect here. So it actually has been raining. It actually rained not too long ago before I came out here. Just to kind of show you guys that it is, we do get weather here in Southern California. Enough. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off before it levels out. You guys can actually see, I think you guys can actually see the line on here. If I look at it from different angles, you can actually see the line right there. So it did a good job restoring. I know it's kind of overcast at the moment. Let's just knock this down a bit here. Then I'll bring you off my camera here, take it off my head. But that's why I wanted to use it on this car. So if I take this off and I bring it closer, you can see the line right smack there in the middle. And so if I pan out, you can actually see the darkening ability that the product has. And so that's why I kind of wanted to save it for this car, just to kind of restore the finish here. That actually looks pretty darn good on there. And again, hopefully it retains its look for a long period of time, because you know, once the sun comes out here in California, this car sits outside, you know, the UV is going to break it down over time. I do have a sunshade here. I have the Covercraft sunshade that I do put on the car to reject the heat. So I do have that, but it actually does look pretty good. You guys can actually see on camera. In person, it looks even better than on camera. So I want to give you guys an idea of how this applies on here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that section, and then I'll show you the door panel here. So let me put this back in my head here. Give me a second as I adjust this. And so again, it just probably don't need that much on here. Just work it in. I'm just working it into the material. So. And I'm kind of pushing a little bit on the applicator because I'm working it into the pores of the material, because I want that material to take the product in. But yeah, so I wanted to save it for this particular car, so I'll let that set up here for a few seconds here. Like I said, there's no setup time on there. But they say you can work one to two elements, which is essentially 1 to 2 panels. And so I imagine that this is hydrophobic to a degree. And just apply it with whatever you want. If you want to do circles, hey, by all means do circles. I'm just doing it this way because I can actually see it going on. And then I'll just do the good old crosshatch pattern so I can make sure that it goes on perfectly fine, perfectly even. But yeah, it looks pretty darn good, man. I like the way it looks. So maybe my interior will go up in value because now it has nano diamonds applied to the surface. I'm just kidding. But that feels good. And it feels somewhat slick on there. But yeah, that's the application of that. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, I'm just going to use this on the entire interior. We'll see how it holds up, and then, you know, as far as maintaining this, I'm probably just going to use a quick interior detailer, you know, just to kind of wipe it up, kind of like the DIY detail one or McGuire's quick interior detailer, something like that. It doesn't have enough cleaning ability to strip the product off. I just want to kind of mention that those quick interior detailers, although they're fun and everything, because they do work really well, they don't have enough cleaning power unless you're going to agitate it with some sort of scrubbing mitt, like the Carpro Inner Scrub Glove with a cleaner. Yeah, it's going to kill the protection on there. You can actually remove a ceramic coating from your interior using that Inner Scrub Glove. Now these door panels, I don't know if I mentioned this before. These are these are not the original door panels from the car. These are door panels that I found off a salvage vehicle, and the reason for that is because the original door panels, they had the leather, they were all leather. You know, this piece was leather on the factory ones. Just broke down over time. The plastics on the interior of the door panel behind the door panel on the inside were starting to break. It was starting to degrade and break down. So like some of these door handles were coming off because the plastics on the inside were breaking down. So I had to source new door panels. I went to the salvage yard and I was like, okay, cool, at least they have these. The fabric matches pretty decent with the interior of the car, and you can't really transfer the leather panel because they use some sort of plastic weld on there. Just put this on here. Alright, that's pretty much the entire door panel. Just want to give you guys an idea of how to apply that. Come back, knock it down. And one thing about this product is I believe it's it's going to be hydrophobic. So I don't know how many, I think I mentioned this in another video, it may have been the DIY detail one, but how many of you use a dressing on your interior and then when it rains you get those white marks on your door? Because I was getting those when I was using Geon Preserve. Like whenever it would rain, I'd open the door, water on the door panel would stick, when I close the door, I'd get on here and I'd get streaks, those white streaks from the water-based dressing coming off. So how many of you would have that experience? This product's not going to do that. So there you go. That's pretty much it for using Diamond interior from Diamond Pro Tech. You're not going to use a lot of product on here. You saw me just use a, every so often. This thing's still pretty full. You can coat probably a few vehicles with this thing, and it's going to go a long way here. So yeah, just go ahead and finish off the interior here. Looks good. I'll do a shorts video showing the hydrophobics of the coating. I'll put water drops and stuff on there. I'm not going to use it on leather seats. I don't even know if it said it was for leather on here. I don't think so. No, it's just for vinyl, plastic, and trim. But I guess if you have vinyl seats, you can use it on there. But I would probably just use the coating on there. But that's the Diamond interior from Diamond Pro Tech. The application of it. We'll see how long it lasts. It should last quite a bit of time here. Like I said, I'm the one that drives this. I keep it up. I wipe it down on a weekly basis. Really interested to see if this is going to repel dust. That's why I like the Dr. Beasley's product, because the Dr. Beasley's Dash Pro does a real good job of keeping your dash dust free for a lot longer than some of these other products. So I'll check this out and see how I'll report back and see how it does in that regard. But other than that, that's the application of Diamond interior from Diamond Pro Tech. If you guys have any comments or questions on this product, go ahead and post down below. I will post a link where you can get this. All right, so thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.